Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to episode number 2 of the Cleveland Indians franchise here on MLB The Show 21 on the PlayStation 5. We finally have opening day baseball here, MLB The Show 21 2021 opening day season as the Cleveland Indians travel to Comerica Park to face the Detroit Tigers. If you're excited for this one and this series as we finally get underway, make sure you leave a like and subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. Two AL Central teams looking to get their 2021s off to solid starts. The Indians a season ago finished 35-25, tied for second in the Central. However, the big news was the trade of Francisco Lindor in the offseason. So fans and critics are wondering, can they reform that success or are they in a rebuild period? Only time will tell. While on the Detroit Tigers side, it's a lot more obvious. They finished 23-35 a season ago, which was last in the AL Central, just looking to find some sort of building block for the future. But what better way to do that than with some opening day baseball here in Detroit? On the mound for the Tigers will be Matthew Boyd, the former Oregon State Beaver, who had a 6.71 ERA, not the ERA you'd expect of a opening day pitcher. He'll have his hands full though as he goes against 2020 AL Cy Young winner Shane Bieber. So we'll see him on the flip side for Cleveland. And leading off for Cleveland will be Ahmed Rosario, the former New York Met, acquired in the Lindor trade. He is at the dish, pitches up, and we are underway here in the 2021 season. First pitch is a ball. A little bit later in the at 2-2 now, and Rosario swinging at an outside fastball, and he is down on strikes to begin the day. Cesar Hernandez up next, the second baseman. He's going to poke it right at second base on a line where it is caught by Jonathan Schoop for out number 2. Let's take a look at Cleveland's lineup for today. We'll see Jose Ramirez and Franmil Reyes, 3 and 4, the two power hitters in Cleveland, followed by Eddie Rosario out in left, Jordan Luplow in right. Yu Chang is at first base today, Andres Jimenez at short, and Roberto Perez behind the plate. Here's Jose Ramirez, who's swinging at a high fastball on the first pitch. He gets underneath this one, and behind home plate, Wilson Ramos makes the grab for a 1-2-3 top of the first. Detroit, they'll begin with Willie Castro, the shortstop, who hit .349 in the shortened season a year ago. Detroit's hoping that he could put all that together for a full 2021. However, on the very first bat, he will pop up to second base for a quick out. Rest of the Detroit Tigers lineup looks like this. We'll see Harold Castro in the DH up next, followed by the future Hall of Famer Miggy at first base. Wilson Ramos is your catcher in the full hold, Jonathan Schoop at second. The new addition, Nomar Mazar in right. Akil Baddoo making his very first MLB appearance, the Real 5 draftee in center. And then we'll see Candelario and Robbie Grossman. Here's Harold Castro. He'll pop it up to left field where that's an easy play for Eddie Rosario out there. And now Miggy Cabrera, who sits at 488 homers on the season, still looking to add to his Hall of Fame legacy. How much longer will we see of Miggy? 3-2 count from Bieber, and he's going to strike out on the inside fastball. Both teams go 1-2-3 in the first inning. How about top 3 now? Roberto Perez leading us off, the very defensive heavy catcher. Only hit 165 a season ago. 0-2 to him, and he's going to check his swing, however not in time. That's a strikeout on Perez to begin the top of the third. Back to the top of the order, Ahmed Rosario up next, 2-0. He's going to ground this one straight to the third baseman, Candelario, who throws him out for a quick out number 2. Next up, Cesar Hernandez, who lined out in his first at-bat. This time he gets a little bit underneath the ball into right. Good contact, just too much underneath. And both teams off to slow starts offensively. Well, bottom 3, can Jeimer Candelario lead off for the Tigers? 3-2 to him. He draws the walk as Bieber puts the leadoff batter on base. Robbie Grossman will step up now with a 2-2. He's swinging through a curveball. That's strike 3 on him. Bieber's second of the day. Top of the order now, Willie Castro. He strikes out on the inside cutter. He gets tied up on that one. That's back-to-back strikeouts for Bieber. Harold Castro up next, 3-2. He's also striking out. So Bieber strikes out 3 batters for 3 outs. How about the bottom 4 now? Miguel Cabrera up at the dish, 1-2 to him. He strikes out as well. That's 4 straight strikeouts for Bieber. Ramos up next, 0-2. Strikeout looking, 5 straight batters down for Bieber. Jonathan Schoop, 0-2 to Schoop. Swing through a changeup, 6 straight strikeouts for Bieber. The Cy Young winner is on fire to begin his opening day. We'll go back to the Indians offense now here at top 5. Yu Chang leading us off. and he will draw a leadoff walk, so that'll put him on first base. And Andres Gimenez up next, 0-1 to him, gets a curveball, sits on it, and puts it into left center where it's over the head of the outstretched Baddoo. Maybe a rookie mistake out there in the outfield, and it allows Yu Chang to come from first and score. The first run of the game is on the board, and the first run of the season is thanks to an Andres Gimenez RBI double. Roberto Perez up next, a little bit of a check swing contact is a bloop out to the pitcher. Back to the top of the order, Ahmed Rosario up next. He can't check his swing, pitches in the dirt. He'll be thrown out at first for out number 2. And then Cesar Hernandez up next, 2-1 underneath the fastball behind home plate. But Cleveland does get one here in the top of the 5th to crack the scoreless game so far. Top 7, Yu Chang back up at the dish. Let's see if they can continue. And just like in the top of the 5th, Yu Chang is on first with a leadoff base plate, or he had a leadoff single this time. He walked the first time. Gimenez up next, 3-1 to him. He's going to put this one into left center again. This one's deep, however not deep enough. That is an out recorded by Robbie Grossman, and Chang will stay at first. Roberto Perez up next, 0-1 to him. He gets a hanging curveball. It's hit deep to left center. This one's got some carry, and it's over the wall. A 2-run shot for Roberto Perez. The first home run for the Cleveland Indians this season will go to Roberto Perez. Tell me if you had that one on your lottery ticket, as that's a 2-run blast for him. Terry Francona excited, and the Indians jump out to a 3-0 lead. That'll also do it for Matthew Boyd. He had a pretty solid 6 1/3 innings. Kind of fell apart late, but he will be relieved. And in will come his replacement, Kyle Funkhauser. Switching up to a righty, also had a not-so-good 2020 with a 7.27 ERA. Looking for a very good, or better 2021. He'll start off with Ahmed Rosario, who on 0-2 puts the sinker to the right side of the infield. That'll be the second out of the inning. And then that'll bring up the third baseman, or Cesar Hernandez up next, at 1-2. Can't. Well, it looks like he checked his swing. Don't know if it was called strike 3 or if he went around, but that'll end the top of the 7th. Let's go bottom 7 now. See if Detroit has any sort of answer. Miggy will start 0-2, though, on the day with 2 strikeouts. Full count, puts it into the gap. He is going to have extra bases. Even the slow-footed Miguel Cabrera will have a double on that as it reaches the wall for a leadoff double. So maybe the Detroit Tigers finally going to break something. Ramos up next, right side of the infield. It's going to get through base hits. Miggy will hold at third. And now we have runners on the corners, no outs. Bieber has gone long into this game, now over 100 pitches. Scope up next, 3-2. It's a chopper in front of Perez, who fields it cleanly and throws him out. However, base runner will advance to second, so no double play ball. Mazzara up next. Dribbler to Bieber. He fields it, throws him out at first. And now, Detroit, they need a base hit to bring home a run. Can Baddoo do it? No, he grounds to the second baseman, Hernandez, who bare hand throws to first. And Bieber goes 7 scoreless innings in his opening day start. Top 8 now, Cleveland at the dish. Jose Ramirez leads us off. Sinker goes down and golfs it out to deep right. That ball is gone. Clears the right field corner. And that is Jose Ramirez with a 383-foot bomb to right. His first, obviously, of the season. And Cleveland now up 4-0. Crowd is silent as their team struggling at home. Ramirez crosses home plate. Ramirez up next, 2-2 to him. He swings through a slider. That is strike number 3. Funkhauser's second of the day. And Rosario up next, 0-1 to him. He's going to take a sinker the opposite field. Nice piece of hitting by Rosario as that beats the shift, and that'll reward him with the easy double. A little one-out double here, so maybe Cleveland is not done. Jordan Luplow will come up next. 2-0 to Luplow. Sinker to deep right field. This one's got some carry. However, it is caught out there in right by Mazzara. But Rosario will tag to third. Now Andres Gimenez up next. He already has 1 RBI in this game. He gets jammed down low with a sinker into foul territory. Easy out. But it is 4-0 now going into the 9th. Emmanuel Clase is your new pitcher in Cleveland. He actually came in the 8th inning, as this is his second inning of work as the flamethrower righty. We'll start off his day against Harold Castro as Detroit is up to their final inning. Actually, not start his day. He'll start his 9th inning, 1-1 to Castro. He'll poke it into left field for a leadoff single as Detroit tries to find some sort of offense here in the 9th inning. Miguel Cabrera up next. Hits it deep to right field. This one will be caught out there by Luplow. and the runner does not advance. 1 out, Detroit. How about Wilson Ramos? Full count to Ramos. He gets jammed on the infield, caught on the right side by Yu Chang. And now we're down to our final out. Jonathan Scope is your final lifeline for Detroit. 0 for 2 on the day. 1-2 to Scope, and he's going to hit it through the right side of the infield. That's a base hit. So Detroit, they're not done. They're still got some fight left in them. Nomar Mazar up next, 1-1 to him. He also puts it through the right side of the infield. Another base hit. And now bases are loaded. So a grand slam ties it. Akil Baddoo up next, 1-1. Hits it up the middle off the foot of Clase. He feels it, but the speed of Baddoo beats out the throw. The first run of the game for Detroit. And they still have bases loaded. And save that ball, Akil Baddoo. That's his first ever Major League hit and RBI. So Detroit brings it within 3, so it's a save opportunity. James Karinchak with his first chance of the season for a save. He just needs 1 out. Candelario grounded to second. It's fielded by Hernandez cleanly. Thrown to first, and Cleveland wins opening day here in Detroit by a score of 4-1. Pretty much dominated this game. A little bit of a 9th inning struggle to get it closed on the doors. Detroit put up a 2-out rally, but it was not to be, as Cleveland will take game 1. 4 runs on 8 hits for them, 1 run on 7 hits for Detroit. Bieber is your win. Boyd gets the loss, and Karinchak gets the save, his second career save. Take a look at the scoreboard. I thought a pretty solid overall performance once we started to get the bats going. And then in game 2, we continue that trend as we win 4-0 against Detroit, pitching on point as Saval gets a complete game shutout. 3 hits given up by him, 6 Ks. Ramirez went yard in back-to-back games. And then in game 3, we win 7-2. Bats came alive specifically in the 5-run 8th. Plesac goes 8 innings here, 2 earned runs, 4 Ks. And Ahmed Rosario, went 4 for 5 with 3 doubles in this game. Before we get into the game 4, a little bit of our first big transaction. The Royals, our division rivals, signed Roberto Osuna to a 1-year contract to be their closer, as the former Astro solidifies a major need in Kansas City's bullpen. Hopefully Osuna, for them, can continue his form that he had in 2019. So I know I usually do the first game of the series play, but we're actually going to sim the first game of this 2-game Royals set, and we win 5-1. So a 4-0 start here for the Indians. McKenzie went only a 4 1/3, but he did have 8 Ks. He did have 4 walks. So Cleveland's up 4-0 to start the season. And why did I play the first game of this, or why did I sim the first game of the series? Well, that's because next episode we're going to take a look at AAA opening day. Yes, we are going to go into the minors. This is going to be an in-depth series, and we'll get our very first look at our AAA Columbus Clippers as they travel to St. Paul to face the St. Paul Saints. Get a look at maybe the future Indians on the squad, but let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys for watching. We start the season 4-0. What do you think of this Cleveland roster so far? Where do you think we can make improvements? What do you think of the episode overall? I want to hear you guys' feedback. But thank you guys so much for watching. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.